Hi there, I'm Matt from Cornigrave.
And today we're going to talk about how AP automation makes purchase order matching virtually touchless. First, I'll explain how PO matching works. Then we'll explore how PO matching can be automated to save your organization time and money. Companies of all sizes are quickly moving to PO purchasing. That's because every business had to carefully manage cash during the COVID pandemic. And PO purchasing ensures that a company has cash before it spends it. And if you think about it, it just makes more sense to have a purchase approved before it's made, rather than after an item has already been delivered. And strict no PO, no pay policies are being used to ensure compliance with the PO process. So how does PO purchasing work? Well-run companies operate from a business plan. The plan identifies what it needs to purchase. When it's time to buy those products or services, a purchase request is generated. Then that purchase request is sent around for approval by the appropriate managers and executives. When it's been approved, the purchase request is turned into a purchase order, which is sent out to a vendor or service provider. The vendor delivers the items or services along with a receipt and/or an invoice. Now comes the hard part. The items or services received and their details must be matched against the purchase order and the receipt or invoice. Once a three-way match is made and confirmed, the company pays the vendor. So let's focus on the PO matching step of this process. POs can be complicated documents listing dozens of items or services to be purchased. So, PO invoices from vendors are also complicated documents with dozens of lines of items or services delivered. It's the job of the AP department to match every single item delivered against both the PO and the receipt or invoice. Here, let's see exactly how PO matching works. In this example, SDMS creates a purchase order. SECO delivers the items on the PO and provides the invoice, requesting payment. Someone has to look at each item delivered, see how many were delivered, and what the price was. Then match that item and quantity from the PO to the item and the quantity on the invoice. Then do that match again and again for each item delivered. PO matching is an incredibly tedious process. So how can you handle this tedious but critical task? Well, you can keep manually matching POs to invoices one line item at a time, but that's an incredible waste of time. Another option is to ignore the line items so long as the total on the invoice matches the total on the PO. But that can easily result in paying for items you didn't receive, or overpaying for the items you did. That's why many companies turn to OCR technology to capture line item detail and then match those numbers to the PO line. And that works great at the header level. But at the line level, you must have an identifiable part number, or SKU, on both the PO and the invoice. It doesn't work for goods or services with no item numbers. And even so, you'll need someone well-trained on the OCR software to make the auto match successfully. Which raises the question, is it possible to make the PO matching process truly touchless? There is now. Introducing Smart Match from Core Integrator. Smart Match is a quicker and more accurate way to match POs and invoices. Smart Match is an advanced algorithmic engine that matches PO and invoice lines by computing subtotals and totals to find the matching lines. That's a lot of math. But Smart Match calculates them all in seconds and matches the lines for you. It's that simple. Now, you might be thinking, but what if two items on a PO are the same price? Great question. And that's why Smart Match provides three types of outputs for final review. If Smart Match is 100% sure that there's a unique mathematical match between the PO line and the invoice line, then it outputs a match. But when Smart Match sees multiple possible combinations, it goes to what we call one-click match mode. Finally, if there are too many exceptions, Smart Match kicks the PO and invoice to human review. Let's take a look at how each of those work. In this example, Smart Match was 100% certain that all of the lines on the PO precisely matched all of the lines on the invoice. Within seconds, it shows all lines matched successfully. Here's an example where there are two items with the same price and the same quantity, 100 pens and 100 water bottles, both at $5 each. SmartMatch isn't going to guess. Instead, it's going to show you what it found, so you can confirm that it was the water bottles you received and were invoiced for. Once you do that, it matches the bottles and leaves the pens open for receipt at a later date. With SmartMatch, you don't need part numbers or SKUs. This means you can do PO matching on non-inventory or even service POs and invoices. Combined with traditional OCR matching automation, SmartMatch makes PO matching virtually touchless. Seeing is believing. So if you're interested in seeing how SmartMatch can make your PO matching process virtually touchless, drop by our website, coreintegrator.com, for more information and to book a free, no-obligation demo.